Nithyanandam, welcome. With the grace of my Guru and the grace and the blessings of my Guru, His Holiness, the Avatar, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, I make this video today about some of the aspects of Kundalini awakening. Now, if you are a seeker or someone who's been on your spiritual path, or maybe you've done yoga, or somehow you're just interested in this topic, you've definitely heard of the phrase Kundalini. Now, Kundalini awakening is a process that Swamiji, where he initiates his disciples to awaken their Kundalini energy. Now, if you've never heard of the word Kundalini or not had any exposure to it, Kundalini basically refers to the dormant potential energy which is inside of every one of us. But the key word is it's dormant. So it needs to be awakened. Now, there are yoga techniques, practices, which if you practice for like many, many years, maybe your Kundalini will awaken. But it's really the initiation from an enlightened being which awakens a Kundalini. Now, most people only read about it, and they can only dream or fantasize of what it might be like to have their Kundalini awakened. But in the Nithyananda Sangha, it is an everyday happening. Swamiji, even just through two-way video connection, awakens people's Kundalini. It's gotten to the point you don't even need to be in his physical presence. Just the remembrance of Swamiji, the Kundalini awakens. Now, I wanted to share, maybe answer some common questions about Kundalini awakening and maybe address some of the misconceptions from my own personal experience. Before meeting Swamiji, I had no idea about the word Kundalini or any interest in having my Kundalini awakened. But I can tell you it's been such a wonderful experience to have my Kundalini awakened by Swamiji. One is the actual physical experience of the Kundalini being awakened. Now, how does it manifest once it's awakened? It actually manifests differently for everyone. Some people, you'll see their body moves in different ways, and basically the way the energy is flowing inside of them, the body responds to that. For some people, they actually experience the beginning stages of levitation, where they literally raise off the ground and come back down. But it is the beginning stages of levitation. So these are more like the physical reflections of the Kundalini being awakened. Do you have to have, if these things are not happening to you, does that mean your Kundalini is not awakened? No. Swamiji clearly said that does not mean the Kundalini is not awakened, but it happens a lot for people. For me, I've experienced the beginning stages of levitation. Actually, right after Swamiji initiated me in, this must have been 2013, almost immediately I started jumping. It looks like basically jumping, but there's no effort, physical effort from my end for that jumping to happen. And it's a straight up and straight down. And if you've ever seen me actually levitate, you know that it's, you can see that I'm not doing anything, and it just happens like you just pop up and come down. And sometimes if I feel, and people have told me, I've literally gone up maybe almost 2 feet off the ground. It's not that I'm hanging like a hang time there, but I go up and I come down. And when you come down, you would think that there'd be like a big physical impact because you're hitting the ground. But no, it doesn't really feel like there's no physical discomfort in the whole experience. And over time, the experience of the Kundalini energy rising inside of me has changed. In the beginning, it was more like I just felt so happy, so light and blissful. Then I started to feel literally like bliss rush through the spinal area. And all of these things are nice, but Swamiji reminds us that these things are not the goal of your spiritual journey, but they're basically side effects of the processes that we go through. The real benefit of an awakened Kundalini is how you live your life. Now, post-Kundalini awakening, I can say my capacity to think and do and execute, I can't even describe how much it jumped. And literally the physical energy that's available to you, where normally you might feel tired, but when the Kundalini is awakened, you realize that you're able to go much longer with a lot less sleep. So these are the real, benefits that reflect in your day-to-day life. Ultimately, the whole purpose of the Kundalini awakening is for your enlightenment. And that Swamiji takes each one of us so beautifully along that path. And with Swamiji, it's safe and there's no negative side effects. Sometimes you read about, the negative side effects of Kundalini. Yeah, well, if you go to someone who doesn't know what they're doing, or you tried some techniques on your own, you can't say, you don't know what you're getting into. But just like if you're going to have a surgery, on your heart, you're going to go to a heart specialist, someone who knows how to open you up and put you back together, do the job and put you back together. Swamiji is a master in the awakening of the Kundalini, awakening of the third eye, power manifestation, a master of life. So, master of healing. So he knows the whole macro and micro play, and he knows how to initiate you. So if you have any fear, I would say just drop the fear. Come to Swamiji's program, attend the Inner Awakening program. You'll see it's such an amazing, thrilling, beautiful experience when your Kundalini is awakened. And you'll feel like, how did I live life without it, without this experience before? And I feel personally, I'm just, in the beginning of this journey. And, sometimes we take for granted that we've had these experiences as disciples of Swamiji, and just am expressing this so that more and more people who, are feeling that, they want these types of experiences, then you've come to the right place. You've come to the right master who will give you the right initiation in the right ambiance with the right context. So I encourage you to research more about Kundalini Awakening on Swamiji's YouTube channel. And I'll put the link to that. And you can click on some videos here, and get educated on it, but have the experience. It's not something to read about. It's so boring to read about someone else's Kundalini awakening experience or hear about it. That should only inspire you to make sure you have the experience yourself. So I highly encourage you to look into it and come to Swamiji's program. The Inner Awakening program happens throughout the year. That's a 21-day yoga and meditation retreat where Kundalini Awakening is a part of the 21-day program. And also come to the 2-day workshop at the end of August called Kalpataru, Glimpses of Sadashivoham. So there's so many opportunities, and we're lucky to be alive when there's a living avatar who is just gifting these initiations in such an effortless way, where we don't have to do the years and years of tapas or meditation or sitting on a rock and, doing all the different types of spiritual practices that can take you to something like Kundalini Awakening. So you just show up, be there, and he showers on you. So I'm speaking on behalf of myself, but many thousands of people have experienced this in a very, very strong way. So thank you for allowing me to share on Kundalini Awakening. And if you have any questions on it, I will do my best. You please message me, post it in the comments. I'll do my best to answer from my experience or point you in the right direction. But the best way I can point you is to attend Swamiji's programs. Thank you so much, and Nithyanandam.